Maramakin Monday to you and yours. Welcome to yet another exciting moment where we talk sport on your breakfast show on your super duper radio dial, Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. The show comes away every weekdays from 9:05 a.m. I will link you up with all the tremendous sports and stories making round in the world of sport. Over the weekend, it was something that was seen as something that was an eyesore from the basketball team, talking about the Tigers, and of course going down far away to the NNL going on in the Delta State, just when we thought that it was just about the Super Falcons. Over there in South Africa, the Bayana of South Africa, talking about the female national team, was something that brought tears to the eyes of the coaches. Talking about Desiree Elise, I beg your pardon. She was moved to tears as she granted her last interview before the the Bayana jet out of the shores of South Africa to go participate in the female national, the female World Cup. Talking about the one that will be going down in Australia and New Zealand. It's good news for the likes of Kanu as he has set sight on defeating, or better still, doing more than his predecessors. Talking about Chief Felix Anyashiago, the then chairman and administrator of Enyimba Football Club. Great one for our owner. Talking about Toby Amusa, as yet again she has written her name in good in the track and field event. And no hiding place for Anthony Joshua. So said Deontay Wilder, as he says, come this December, I will definitely knock him out and teach him how to box. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moments and daddies, let me officially tell you that it is a game on in the second Grand Slam, I beg your pardon, for the year. The third one, actually, talking about the Wimbledon. Yes, the first one was at the Australian Open. The second Grand Slam was at the Roland Garros, the French Open. And now, the Wimbledon, the grass quarter is upon us. And now, after which, we will be looking at the last Grand Slammer of the year. Mama calls me Franklin Amakudu Imona, but you know me as the finest uncle talking sports in the capital city and beyond. The one you love to call Uncle Fine Boy. Time check, it's exactly 12 minutes gone past at the hour of 9 a.m. and definitely it is time for us to get into the show proper as we talk sport. Beginning from the home scene, let me let you know that 4 times the Nigerian Premier League winners, Kanu has taken the first step to return to the MPFL 2023-2024 season with a decisive win over Abuja's own EFCC FC. It was also gathered that the Megida boys, as they are fondly called, took maximum points of the Nigerian national promotional play-off following a Williams Sunday 47 minutes goal in a rainy Stephen Keshi Stadium over there in Asaba. The game commenced in the morning of Sunday with Kanu and EFCC opening the promotional playoffs in front of elated fans and of course journalists as well in Asaba. The team's head coach Evan Ogenyi will be the most joyful owing to the objectives of returning Meso Somegida to the top tier of the Apex League in Africa. Yes, I dare say Apex, that is what they are. Down to the pecking order in the Nigerian National League. Talking about the NNL, recall that Kanu Pillars were relegated towards the end of last 2 seasons, to which they played in the NNL last season, and now they are in the Super 8 playoff. A win over EFCC yesterday definitely make sure that they are well on track to return. Talking about to the MPFL. Alright, you then permit me to delve and stop by at Abia State as a Super Eagles legend and former international Kanu Nwankwo has been appointed as the new chairman and the sole administrator of Enyimba Football Club of Aba. Despite the news broke in the early hours of Sunday, the 2nd of June, the former Arsenal players replaces Felix Anyashiago, who leaves the role after an illustrious 24 years stint. Felix will be reviewed as a living legend of Enyimba since his appointment as a chairman in 1999, with deserving accolade rewarding his administrative role and impact on the club's success. I recall that while he was there talking about Chief Felix Anyasiago, he took Enyimba to the CAF Champions League, to which they won it back to back in 2004 and in 2005. And of course, under his leadership, Enyimba won multiple MPFL titles, with a recent one coming towards the end of 2023 season. 2022-2023 Abri season saw Enyimba finish third, but they went on to win in the Super 6 playoff. Talking about Kanu, the new chairman of Enyimba. He has backed the African Footballer Manager of the Year twice. African Player of the Year, I beg your pardon. Yes, in 1999 with the Super Eagles, of course, when it was there. And we can't just say congratulations to Kanu. It's indeed something that we must cheer. Talking about our own going back to administration and painting their names, and of course making sure that their names are written in gold. Alright, let's delve away from the Super Eagles, now talking about Kanu representing the Super Eagles in multiple occasions, and talk about the Super Falcons. The Nigeria women's football team, Super Falcons, on Sunday flew Qatar Airways from Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport here in Abuja to Melbourne in Australia to step up their preparation for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The Nigerian Football Federation had announced that the 9-time African champions will depart Abuja for a 15-day training camp in Australia before the World Cup, with their base at Brisbane, which is also the venue for the 2-time group matches. Yes, we also told you over the weekend concerning the rancor between Ngozi Okobi and of course the head coach Coach Randy Malon Waldron, and of course talking about the NFF, the back and forth, the issue of players being imposed on the coach and the coach rejecting the players, and the NFF accusing the coach of a wasteful spending in terms of asking the NFF for a 12-day training camp for strictly the home base. But finally, they have departed. But Coach Randron, before he left, came out to say that, look, the preparation for the FIFA Female World Cup has been shambolic so far. We are not going for the Olympics, neither are we going for the AFCON. We are not playing a qualifier. This is the World Cup. Maximum preparation is something that we must take into cognizance, and of course make priority. But the preparation have been shambolic. Is here trying to let us know that no matter what happens in Australia, we shouldn't come for his head. Is he trying to tell us that we have failed to prepare, we are also prepared to fail? As for me personally, I do not want to keep my hope high. As much as we know the Super Falcons to be the apex of female football in Africa, and I dare say one of the top teams in the world, but under coach Randy Waldron, it has been something much of an eyesore in terms of the gameplay, in terms of the result being churned out. Is not the Super Falcons that we used to know. And the NFF have come out to say that, look, coach Randy Waldron got it all wrong with his team selection, and it has shown his deficiency as a coach. NFF, you know that you have a man who is not up to standard, and yet you give him the job. Nigerians, all we need to do is to back our own, support them, and hope that we get the best. Alright, let's delve away from the Super Falcons and talk about their counterparts, more like their fellow African sisters. Talking about the Bayana over South Africa. It was something much not to be seen, if you ask me, because in their last preparation before jetting out of the shores of South Africa to go play the World Cup, we saw the Bayana team beaten by 5 goals goals to nil by the Botswana female national team. I recall that the team has been complaining and crying and threatening to boycott the game against Botswana, owing that they were not respected enough. The game was played in a 5,000 capacity stadium, to which the players show their displeasure that a 5,000 capacity for a farewell match is something that is shameful for their FA, that they will not honor the game. And not only that, they are currently the Alcona champion, and they have not been respected enough, and also owing to a backload of money. All them camp allowances, match bonuses have not been paid, and they have been so displeased. Unfortunately, they're threatened not to play that game, and they will boycott it, to which they did. It was rather much of a 13 years old, a 15 years old lady that the coach had the South African FA had to fear in order for them not to be disgraced in the game. They had to feel some younger players, to which they were beaten by 5 goes to nil. I mean, while the head coach of the Bayana national team came out to say that, look, the team that you saw is not my team. My teams are the ones outside jubilating and singing some songs of solidarity, that they will not prosecute the game until their cries have been paid attention to. Now, this is a team that wants to represent Africa, that will be representing Africa. How are we doing this to our ladies? We saw this with the Super Falcons, and now the Bayana of South Africa. African, where, and how are we going to get out of this rancor? It is something that we should not be known with, but sadly, this is our identity. I just hope that the various national team FA, the various countries FA, sport FA, football in particular, because the Football Association, the FAs, will stand up and do the right thing. Alright, let's continue with some of the trending stories making round in the world of sport from the home center. Finally, from the home center, let's give us a good cheers as a Nigerian hodler, talking about a star lady herself, Toby Amusa, won the Stockholm Diamond League women's 100 meters hurdle. Amusa earlier in the week last time lost to Puerto Rico Jasmina Camacho Aquina twice, finishing second and third respectively at the Golden Spike in Australia and Lusani Diamond League. The world champion proved to be the best in the event on Sunday, and dumped Seria Lavina and Pierre Skrelafiskia to second and third respectively. Amusa came first with a time of 12.52 and 1 gold. Seria Lavina of Ireland came second with 12.73 second finish, while Skrelafiskia of Poland finished third with a time of 12.78 seconds. Indeed, it is something that we must share our own. Toby Amusa, she just will not stop doing us proud. Alright, with this, let's delve away into the world of boxing as Deontay Wilder has come out to say that, look, Anthony Joshua, come this December, you will have no hiding place, because I am coming for you. Going to the backdrop of Anthony Joshua's lackluster performances in a couple of months, and now Deontay Wilder has come out to challenge him that come in about visa. This December, there will be no hiding place for you. He is the current heavyweight, welterweight, and WBO champion. I'm talking about Deontay Wilder. Yes, even though Tyson Fury is there lurking, but Anthony Joshua, who has lost most of his belt to Tyson Fury, and of course Deontay Wilder, the last time that they met, hope to get a better outing this time. Meanwhile, in the world of transfer in football, let me let you know that Liverpool has finally completed the signing of Szoboszlai for 16 million euros, and Manchester United today we conduct the medicals of their new newly acquired man. Talking about Mason Mount from Chelsea. He joins them on a 6 years transfer fee. And Arsenal will in this week reveal their latest signing. Talking about Enyimba from Ajax and Declan Rice of West United. Definitely in the world of transfer, big news have been confirmed as Real Madrid still chasing the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Dusan Vlahovic. Let me delve into the world of the Euros under 21 because it's getting heated right now. It is getting heated as over the weekend we saw the quarterfinals games that went down where Spain defeated Switzerland by 2-1. It was Georgia against Ireland. Played out a full time, a goalless draw in extra time, and then it went on into penalties. Israel defeated Georgia by 4-3 on penalties. The Israel team, I don't know, there is something about this team that is quite impeccable. We saw what they did at the Under-20 FIFA World Cup in Argentina, and now their team have qualified for the semi-final. And in the other quarterfinal, we saw England defeated Portugal by 1-0, and France losing scandalously by 1-3 against Ukraine with Chelsea's match. Mikhail Modric was the fulcrum in that game, dictating and conducting the pace. He got himself a goal, and the semi-final have been slated for Wednesday as Israel will take on England, while Spain will do battle against Ukraine. The winner of these two games will see at the final, will be in the final, and the final will be played at this Saturday, the 9th of July. It seems that it is getting heated already. If you have not been following the Under 21 World Cup, it is something that you should definitely get into. And finally, on a sport bit this morning, let me let you know that the Wimbledon will be kicking over today as great players will see themselves seeking a glory, while Djokovic will be seeking a record equaling 8 men's title at Wimbledon when it faces Argentina Pedro Cacina. Then we saw last year runner-up Nika Krigos drawn against Belgian David Goffin, but then David Goffin has put out with a wrist injury. Wow, this is something that Belgians I'm talking about the people of Belgium will not like to hear, but sadly their man has pulled out. Well, meanwhile, they want to open and put a women's world number 1 and a top seeder Iga Swiatek against China Zhonglin, while 7th seeder Coco Gauff, who was beaten in the semi-finals at Eastbourne on Friday, will take on a fellow American and former Australian Open champion Sofia Kenina in the final schedule match on court 1. Aside the Wimbledon, great games will be coming down later today. The NNL Super 8 continues today with the likes of DMD and Castina United will be in action. I will be back later about 5 p.m. to take you round and give you updates and of course results from the NNL and of course also from the Wimbledon Open. In the world of transfer, I will be delving big time into the world of transfer later this evening, and I will not be alone at the stadium. I will be connecting live to the UK to talk to our own man who officially joins us as a major reporter over there in the UK, talking about London, Colchester, and of course also in the Merseyside. He will be covering those 3 areas for you. It is going to be massive later this evening. Where else do you want to be if not on a Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja? I dropped the anchor, but before I go, let me let you know that indeed it is a money-making Monday. Do not let the stress or the pain of last month get to you, because it is a fresh new month. Let it be a fresh start for you. I'm done and I'm gone. God bless. No stress. Up there, it is a business around town. It's a blessing. Chinwe and Aliu Adoma. Don't touch this dial. Keep it there on Voice of the People 96.1 FM. I'll see you later by 5.